Hi there, Casey Healey, Director here at Century 21 Novocastrian in Newcastle, and also car key John Smith at Charlestown. Back with you for our Monday wrap, keeping Newcastle and Lake Macquarie investors up to date on what's happening in the current rental market, tips, tricks and strategies to maximise your return on your investment. Today, Shane joins me, Director of our Charlestown office. Morning, Shane.
Morning, Casey.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
First Monday wrap, how are you feeling?
Absolutely. Nervous? No.
Loves the camera. We've had a big week this week over both offices. Lots of properties leased. We're down to 15 across both offices for lease at the moment. So that's really good comparing where we were a couple of weeks ago, where we had a lot of stock for lease on the market.
Yeah, definitely.
The girls have been doing really well processing applications and getting them approved, with average days on market sitting at under 10 days at the moment. So that's really good. I keep talking about the rental market with different people in different agencies across Australia. At the moment, I think we're in a typical winter market, which we kind of haven't seen for the last 2 years being COVID. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah. There's been fewer people moving to the area at this time of year. That's pretty typical. Probably in the last few years, there's been more people moving around in winter just with the COVID situation. So yeah, it's been probably a more typical period of time the last few weeks, and that's probably why days on market did blow out a little bit.
That's it, and we haven't seen that for the last 2 years. So it's kind of like, what's going on? We've got all these properties for lease. I'm like, no, it's just winter. We're just back to reality. So back to normal life again. So currently, over the last 7 days, we've received 358 tenant inquiries. We've had 29 inspections scheduled, 193 tenants registered to inspect. We received 88 application and leased 12 properties. And we can actually add to that number, can't we? Because Lyndall yesterday had a killer of a day.
Yeah, Lyndall and Donna, they leased 4 properties yesterday, so we've just got the deposits coming in today. So we're really, really stoked with that.
So that'll be 16 properties for the week. So that's really good. We've also got the applications flowing through from Saturday's inspection, where we had 12 open house inspections. So we're hoping we should get probably at least half of those away after Saturday. So we should be down to just a few properties for lease, and the girls can breathe again a little bit. Let's chat vacates and the vacate process and how we help tenants try and get their full bond refund. So obviously our end goal is, if we can give every tenant a full bond refund, that's like gold in property management, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the end, it's sometimes perceived that the agent's trying to get the bond back out of the tenant, and really that's far from the truth. If the tenant can walk away with their bond, that's definitely our main aim. But to help them with that, we try and get in early and do a pre-final inspection with them, just to point out the areas that they might need to focus on with their cleaning, and any little things that they need to fix up from a repair point of view. Obviously steering away from that normal wear and tear.
Yeah. And what we do is actually really encourage tenants to come along to that vacate inspection, because it's much easier to communicate and show them if there is something that needs to be fixed, to show them at the property while you're there, and then they can have the access if time permits to rectify the repairs. If not, then we'll arrange what's needed on their behalf to get it sorted. But it's a real education process prior to vacate. So educating with cleaning checklists, really detailed cleaning checklists on what actually needs to be cleaned and what we expect to be clean. We'll give access to our trades. So not all trades and not all cleaners in particular are really good cleaners and actually know how to complete a vacate inspection. So having the right cleaner complete your vacate clean will really, because if we're honest and we look back at areas and what's come up and what's the main areas and reasons for problems on a vacate inspection, 90% of the time it's actually cleaning.
Yeah, definitely. Cleaning the oven or the window tracks and sills, or the internal glass on the windows, ceiling fans, things like that.
Yeah, light fittings. So if we educate our tenants right and they follow the steps, well then we're kind of come to a win-win, and we're going to give them the full bond. It's going to be easy for us, and we know they've maintained the property for our landlords.
Yeah, that's right. it's definitely it's an experience going through the final inspection.
That's why we like two agents to complete our final inspections, and because that's where we see the majority of the problem. So if you have a poor vacate and the property's not then returned back to how it needs to be, or how the ingoing condition report is, less wear and tear of course, then the new incoming tenant starts on the back foot. So we want to ensure that process is smooth and well thought out and thorough to ensure that we're starting on the right foot with the next tenant.
Yeah, and we also use the outgoing inspection just to be looking for those things that the landlord might be needing to do to maximise their rent, to minimise time on market.
It's a good time to be freshening carpets, paints, that type of thing, to ensure that there's nothing better than a well-maintained property, because you're going to get a good tenant. Like the type of property always determines the type of tenant you're going to get. And I've said that for a million years. So if you want a great tenant to look after your property, you need to look after it too as the landlord.
Yeah, definitely.
Maintenance is key.
Yep. Yeah.
So there are a couple of tips in relation to what happens and some of the issues we foresee and have at a vacate inspection, and how we can actually prevent those. That's probably about all we've got to chat about this week.
Absolutely.
How's your first Monday, Ralph?
Oh yeah, not too bad.
That's all from us. I'm Casey Healey, director here at Century 21 Novocastrian in Newcastle, and Century 21 Carkey John Smith at Charlestown.
I'm Shane Smith, Century 21 Carkey John Smith in Charlestown. And have a great week.
We look forward to talking with you soon. Bye.
Bye.